I haven't had anything to drink yet. This is not how this is supposed to go down. Pero I'm going to make a special drink today. I'm going to do something crazy. I never do things like this. Seriously, that's a little over the top. But I'm going to do it anyway. It's my grandfather's special recipe. I don't wear glasses. This makes sense. I'm really tired. So, I just felt like I needed to record a video for my grandfather's Coquito recipe. And I'm not using, if you look at it, I don't know if you can see this on the table, but if you're seeing these ingredients, although these ingredients may be rigorous, they are not my grandfather's recipe per se, because I can't release that. People have said a bunch of times, if you want that specific recipe, hit me up in like a direct message or in the comments or something like that, because I'll give it to you, but I'm not just going to put it out there because I feel like there's going to be like red laser dots going to be put on me, snipers coming out of the woods, red team go. Anyway, I needed to get really hyped for this, so I may have dipped into this bottle a little bit, but it's a taste. It's fine. It'll work out. But generally speaking, how I would go about this, and I'm going to go through the whole process, and I'm going to get it. I'm going to do this. What is this dude's name? Action Bronson. I'm going to do it Action Bronson style. I'm going to come in, and I'm going to say, we got spatulas. We don't need them. We got this mixing thing, some mixing apparatus. It's beautiful. Everything is lovely. This loveliness here, making all these such beautiful, wondrous meals and wondrous drinkage for everyone out there. Matter of fact, I'm going to use a red one. Get festive holidays. It's like the flag that I just threw around here somewhere. Where is can opener? I should have laid out all of my apparatus prior to setting this up. We've got your can opener. You've got your little stirry whippy thing for mashed potatoes or whatever that is. You've got your little funnel thing. This came from a garage. Pretty sure this came from a garage. You've got your rum, no labels. We don't do labels around here. You've got your extra bottle, so that way you have the excess that goes into the bottle. You've got your nog. You've got your crema de coco, Coco Lopez usually. Oh, hidden secret. We're gonna edit that out. You've got your milk, and you've got vanilla. Squal. Squal means swirl. You have to put it in a swirling motion, just the way it goes. I don't know why. I don't know if it's really a thing, but you gotta do it. You just got it. I don't even know why I'm saying things anymore. Then you got your pot and your stove, and you hit the ignition, and then there's a fire and there's water in this thing right here. We're gonna go ahead and set that to the side and get that done. I'm gonna go ahead and set that to the side. I'm obviously missing something here. I don't even know what it is that I'm missing. How am I gonna mix this? Oh, I need a pot. Let's go ahead and get a big old pot coming down here. Don't worry about me leaving the screen. It's not really an issue. There's a specific order. There's an order in time. What do you have for that?
Do you have anything in the pot?
Yeah, there's water in there.
Oh, okay. I'm like, just turn it on and just, you're going to burn the thing.
I told you I partially set up my apparatus before coming here. Double checking that there is actually water in there and not thinking that I'm totally crazy, but we're good. So take my pot. Magic tricks. Oh, goodness. Woo! My Christmas rigorous. Cause I rigorous. Open these things, alright? You don't do anything with it yet. Cause it all goes in at the same time. All of it. So how are you doing today, huh?
Good.
You doing good? You make caca today? No? It's a legitimate question. Since you gotta clean your inside. No judgment here. Right. No labels. We don't do labels around here. Alright? I'm not walking around comparing it to other people's things. We're not doing it. We're not saying, oh, this guy's got Borden's. And this other guy over here, he's got the Lipton. I don't even know. Does Lipton make eggnog? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's brand name. We don't do labels. No labels. Empty carton. Matter of fact, I'm going to digitally render all of these things blank. I'm pretty sure this water is boiling now. That means there's bubbles in it and it's hot. In case you weren't aware of what that situation is. Now this, your coconut, it's going to be all solidified. So you got to get it into a different state, right? We've got to alter the chemistry of this, all right? I'm going to take this. I see, you can drop it in there. It's old school. There's probably a better way of doing this. I just remember the way my grandfather did it, right? Don't judge me, all right? I'm just doing the best that I can with what I got, all right? I don't know if you're judging me, but a couple of sips of that and I feel like you are. So, have a good time here. Don't ruin this for me. Anyway, so commercial break while we wait for the water to boil. I am seriously delirious. Woo, man! I've been up for like, what, 3 days? Like, I think I've slept like a total of 4 hours in 3 days. I don't know what it is, but this, it makes me very creative.
And crazy.
I hear it. You know what that was? Inspiration.
Make sure you watch that can.
I see mismo. I am watching it.
You ain't watching
Through
nothing.
the reflection of the television.
No.
No. Don't. Through the reflection. I see it. Matter of fact, I see it in your eyes. Look at those pretty eyes. I can see, dang girl, I can see it. Look at you. Oh, if you can see her, it's so funny. She's back there giggling. She had a big old goofy smile on her face. Dang, that's all I gotta do. Maybe look at my dimple. Huh? You like that? Don't even play, girl. Anyway, alright, let's check up on this situation over here. This is a situation. I don't even know what I'm going to use to mix. I should use a spoon. Let's not get complicated, alright? I don't need to lose any other utensils. Nope, not ready. It's not there. Normally, you'll know when it gets there. The whole thing kind of goes like a clear liquid, becomes a liquidy clear substance. Just kind of floating right there on the top. You want to make sure you actually get that down as much as you can. Otherwise, the mixing part gets hard and then you don't want to get, what's the word I'm looking for? The consistency. You get like little chunks inside the coquito when it dries. Not dries. When it
Cools.
That's the word. Yeah. When it cools. And then what'll happen with that is then all of a sudden when you go to pour it out, you get these chunks and then people go, it's very, very... Like, that's one of the most important parts of this whole thing, is that, which is why we're just going to sit here and wait.
You couldn't, like,
no, I'm serious.
Pour the other stuff in the pot?
Oh, I could. I'm absolutely going to do that. I'm just...
Well, that, you know.
Alright.
Just, you know.
Alright. This is getting ridiculous, alright? We'll be fine. So, there's an order to all of this. Right? There's an order to it. Not exactly sure what that is, so we're just going to skip that part and we're just going to start toss it in. No, but one thing about mixing, a lot of people don't know that, is that consistency with the mixing, like if you're sitting there going like this and then you're going like this, actually stirring something in one direction is what actually causes it to bind and or mix, right? But if you start stirring the other way, it actually can reverse the process if it's not fully mixed. So it's actually doing you harm if you change the direction in which you're stirring. Someone told me this one
Where
time.
did you learn that?
Magic School Bus.
I don't know if that's
true. I'm pretty sure. I watched it as a kid all the time. Don't tell me I didn't watch the Magic School Bus. They got it on TV right now. It's on Netflix. Watch the episode. Don't judge me.
So that's where you learned that from?
Yeah.
I'll
Sure.
have to do some research on that.
Oh, so you don't trust me?
Just seems weird.
I mean, it's fine. You do what you do. Not like it hurts my feelings or anything. I don't have any of those. I buried those a long time ago. So, let's just go ahead and do this little thing. So I'm gonna start with the nag, because I feel like you're nagging me right now.
I knew that was happening.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
No,
I knew
you didn't.
you were gonna say that.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Don't lie to me. Oh, no.
Don't do that. I was gonna tell you not to do that. Just continue to do it. Just put the thing down.
Let's do what? I'm trying to have a little fun with this, eh?
I'm gonna have some fun later having to clean that.
Don't be a puss girl. I don't clean all this. I clean the mess up, okay? I make a mess, I clean it up.
I'm talking about your clothes.
Yeah, what about that? You know, my clothes, they're good. They're good. All right. Okay. So then, we begin the process. All right. As you mix, you stir everything from beginning to end. Stirring, stirring and mixing, stirring and mixing, stirring and mixing. You say the last little ingredient, vanilla. Say that.
Do you measure that?
Huh?
Do you measure that?
Yeah, all this is calculated. So basically, it's 2 parts to everything. So like if you're doing, say if you're doing, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a number. So this would be 750 milliliters. Normally I would do double this. I would do one of the larger bottles, and then I would use 2. This is 32 ounces of eggnog. So for 750 milliliters, I would only use 1. So if I was gonna do this larger, it'd be larger, like usually Don Q rum is the kind of like that I would use as silver. So you want to be clear. You can do it with a dark rum. I wouldn't recommend it. I'd do clear. And then you go with your 32 of your nog, and then you're going with 1 can of your condensed and or evaporated milk, and then you also go with 1 can of your cream of coconut.
So what I was asking was, do you measure the vanilla?
Usually it's the you just that specifically.
Right.
So the vanilla, no, it's the whole thing.
The whole.
Yeah. So normally what you do is if you have the vanillas come in like and what do you call it? It's like 2 sizes. So there's the large one, and then there is the smaller one, which the smaller one would be for this type. It would be typically what you would use. This is actually the larger one, but there's about half in there. So even if there's a little bit less than that, some people don't like vanilla as much.
Yeah.
So even half to a quarter of one of the normal size bottles instead of one of the mini bottles would work. I've tried doing it differently. I've tried doing it with like organic vanilla. Doesn't taste as good. I think it's just a flavor, and so like the organic vanilla, it just doesn't really wrap it in. I've actually done this all homemade. Like I did homemade nog, except the rum. I didn't homemade. I should try that. It'd probably be a fun experiment. Might take 15 years, but no, 8 years for the really good kind. I tried it again, not the rum, but homemade nog, homemade. Actually, you know what? The nog is the only thing I did that was homemade, because actually everything else you gotta buy from the store. But it came out really good, that version. And you can kind of play around with. Some people use like a coconut rum, or some people use. I wouldn't go with anything other than at the most a coconut rum. But if you're gonna use it, the only flavors that I really like is the Bacardi coconut's good, and the Don Q coconut. Don Q coconut is so good. That cocoa is really really good. That probably be my go-to number 1. Bacardi I wouldn't really use for this recipe. I don't know what it is. Like I love Bacardi. I like it with Coke. I just don't like it with this, for whatever reason. So, again, you can do variations of that. You can just do whatever you want. Some people also like to mix the cinnamon before. They'll throw either a cinnamon stick inside the bottle once it's done, or somebody will throw like a little dash in while they're cooking. I don't do that. If I'm going to serve you a cup, I just put it on the top. It's kind of almost like a garnish, but also kind of flavoring. I don't mix it directly in. I feel like it doesn't settle in right, and then it's a tremendous waste to me. Kind of just, I don't know. I don't like it. So this is getting there. It's not there yet, but it is getting there. There's gonna be a lot of editing to this, by the way. I should have probably just started this prior to this whole process.
Yeah.
But no. I want to do We're gonna edit it. I wanted the full experience. The full thing. All of it. No BS. Bars. It's not even applicable here, but. So let's stirring the pot. I'm stirring it literally and metaphorically. Stirring the pot. So let's talk about how are you feeling today?
Kind of tired. I had to wake up at 6 in the morning to receive children to watch.
To our viewers out there, she is, what, 15 weeks pregnant now?
15 weeks
15
pregnant.
weeks pregnant.
I had 5 kids at 6:30 in the morning, yelling and screaming and running around.
I realized the irony of a pregnant woman filming me make a liquor drink.
Yeah, sucks.
I'll go ahead and apologize for that right now. It's me being incredibly insensitive. I didn't do it on purpose. But I'm gonna drink it on purpose. We're gonna edit that out. So we have to watch these children again tomorrow?
Yep.
Jake.
I'm already tired.
Jake has been our guest on
For
the show
tomorrow.
a few times. I have to post more of Jake's videos. Kid's hilarious.
Did you hear me?
What's that?
I'm already tired for tomorrow.
I mean, I can't fault you. However, I was walking around the other day with a 20-pound weight vest for sympathy purposes. Except it's not really completely effective because I get to take it off pretty much whenever I want.
And I actually gained 40 pounds with Eli, so
Look at that kid.
that's 20 pounds less.
He's 20 pounds of that was personality. Right? The kid he's a cartoon. He's literally a cartoon character. Love him. He's an inspiration. I love everything about him. So Eli was a little down today because we had to give up a dog. We were dog sitting my old puppy.
He was really upset. He was like, I don't understand. He's like, that's my dad's dog. He had him first. I'm like, well, no.
Technically,
not really.
he had him first.
I'm like, not really, Eli. He's like, I don't think she understands how I'm feeling right now. He's like, she doesn't understand how I'm feeling right now.
Well, if Melissa's sons are watching this, I think you owe Eli an apology.
She was like, well, I think you have to get Eli a puppy.
Oh yeah, so that's it, huh? She makes the mistake and I gotta clean it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's her dog. That's not. It's her dog. That's ridiculous. Like, I washed your dog and then I'm upset that you took him home. Like, what's wrong with you that you came and got your dog back? What's funny was that we were joking about her coming and picking up the dog, and we were like, we're gonna tell the gate guard when she calls that she's not. Don't let her in, or tell her no. And we were just kidding. We were saying how funny would that be. And when she actually came through, what makes it even worse was that each time she's come, she didn't come with her husband, and this time they came. So he probably thought it was a direct reference, like, to him, which I didn't think about till later. Anyway, so the gate guy said, listen, bro. I said, listen, man, you have got to do me this favor. Just tell them no. He said, sir? I said, no, I'm serious. I'm serious. You can let them in, but just tell them no. I said, just don't even get in there. Just say no. And he was like, he laughed and he was like, yes, sir. So I'm on the phone, cracking up, waiting to get. And she comes to the front door and she was like, what the heck? So apparently he told the guy says, sir, you're not allowed in. So he took it to a whole nother level. He didn't just say no. He was like, sir, I can't let you in. He was like, what? So the doors rolled down and she was like, he has my dog. And he was like, I'm just kidding. And then they came in. And then this guy didn't come to my house. So
Maybe that's why he was upset.
Nah. I think he just felt uncomfortable. It's probably a weird situation. I'm not really worried about it. I mean, I think I would.
He probably took that as a direct hit on him. Like, oh, this guy is trying to mess around with me or something.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
I said, what's going on there, big guns? Hey. I said, hey, look, man, maybe I was feeling a little intimidated. I don't know. I would say it's possible, but it's not. But so, I think this is ready.
Finally.
I think it is.
Finally.
I think this is ready.
Finally. Nothing?
All right. I'm gonna get nice and...
I feel like you're gonna cause an accident. Trying to grab that little can
How many times I've done
out of there. Don't hold
I'm
it.
messing with you. I'm not doing it. Oh my god. So, I'm gonna do a math. Like, this is you gotta let it cool. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just trying to mess with you because I think it's funny.
Can't let it cool too long because it'll start to solidify.
Of course. So that's why you gotta do it when it's tempered. I'm sorry, do you have a recommendation on how to do this?
You get a paper towel, you'd be able to handle the can better.
Handle the can.
Rather than that big old fat mitt.
Big old fat mitt. Got that big old fat mitt.
You get it from the back side. Not from the top.
So what I'll do is, now that I've removed it, I'll coat this as such. Ghetto. This is so ghetto. It's in the ghetto. Oh, that smell. Smell that? Can't smell that. It's not possible. I don't know why I said that out loud. You can smell it. I'm talking to you, not talking to that guy.
You're putting that whole bottle in there?
It's not a whole bottle. That, yeah. And it's not the whole bottle. It's a cup shot.
I thought vanilla extract was brown.
It is brown.
Why did it come out looking clear?
It didn't come out looking clear.
Oh.
I can see it inside here. It's brown. Could be the light. Oh, sí. Así me gusta. Así me gusta. I'm gonna edit all that out. I don't need me singing anything. It's just gonna be some random Spanish music playing. And then I'm gonna like zoom in on my face ridiculously. I'm just going right there, that shot right there. I'm just gonna zoom in on it. And happy clouds. Yeah, there it is. Stir that right up. Just go ahead and give it a nice little stir. And just like that. Where's Martha Stewart when you need her? This is way more entertaining than Martha Stewart. Especially when I just chop it up. It's just gonna be like super ADD video. And people aren't gonna even know what's happening. Like, BAM! Drinkage. I'm like, here's my recipe. It's gonna cut to all the weird parts, and then all of a sudden we're pouring a drink. You thought I was gonna start swirling the other way, didn't you?
I actually caught you doing that at one point.
No.
I was gonna wait till the end to mention that to you. You really did.
Nah.
Trust me, I've been watching you.
Make sure that you let me know when I get on that computer so that way I can edit the video and put it in reverse. So it looks like I'm This is some camera tricks. Why is he talking backwards? Because I'm recording the audio in a different place and recording the video in another. I'm just switch it up. I'll just make sure that you can't see my mouth move. Is that first word? Rewind? No?
What now?
Drink.
That it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
That's it. It's all done.
Good. Now we're gonna pour it into the thingy thing?
Mm-hmm.
Do you need help?
Yeah, I'm not gonna record that. So, You can put. Okay. So there we have it. Made 3 bottles. So everything that you saw here on the table, made 3 bottles worth of this. And I put it in the fridge. You can drink it. Put a little bit on ice. I don't like it on ice because I don't like it to get diluted. So I like to chill it, and then later on have it, sip it, enjoy it. Maybe drop a little cinnamon stick. Bam, right there. But I'll share a little story. I used to sit with my great grandfather. So my mother was raised by her grandfather, who is obviously by extension that's my great grandfather. But that was, since it was her dad, essentially she was raised by him. It was my grandfather, and he lived in our home. Like him and my great grandmother, they lived in our house when I was growing up. I mean, since the far back as I can remember. And so every single year, right after Thanksgiving, in preparation for Christmas, my house would become like a madhouse. Everybody would start coming in. People would come from, like, my uncle lived across the street, and I had people who lived, within a couple minutes. Like in New York, everything is, it's right around the corner. Meanwhile, it takes freaking forever to get there. But I don't know how these people travel. They'll take like 27 buses and train. Anyways, but everybody would show up at my house, and then there'd be like things everywhere. There'd be this giant machine that was blending plátanos, and they'd be doing like making everything for pasteles. So all this food everywhere. Like people were peeling things. There was just people grabbing things, sleeping. Somebody was over here drinking. There was somebody with a cigarette in their mouth walking around. It was the 80s. I don't know why that was a thing. People smoked indoors. And my grandfather never really drank, but when it was time for making this, like, that had to happen. Like, sometimes it was usually it was after Thanksgiving. We never really had it around Thanksgiving. Like, right after it was like to let you know. And so anywhere, like, I think he would cut it as close as like 10 days before Christmas. But there'd be tons of this stuff. Like, he'd make enough to hand people bottles, and he would never give anybody the real recipe. Like, certain people knew it, but like he was real, like, kept it, like, even though people knew the recipe was just kind of a thing, and other people would try to make variations, but no matter what you do, my papa's recipe was just specific, and when you made it the exact same way, you could taste it, and you knew. I think the only one who really does it like that, there's 2 people who do it. Well, obviously my mom, but that doesn't really count. My mom and my dad are pretty good. My Uncle Ronnie, he gets it really close. Like, I would say probably just on point, but I think he sometimes likes a little not as strong or whatever, so he might change it, but for the most part, his almost tastes exactly just like Papa's and my Uncle Raymond's. My Uncle Raymond and my Uncle Ronnie are definitely top tier when it comes to that, besides, in my house with my mom and myself, but that's just because I have a bias, of course. But I just remember those being like really great moments where everybody would just come in the house, and even though there's people everywhere and it was loud and there was music playing all the time and everything was going on, I used to sit and I used to pull up a chair and sit with my mom and watch her cook. Or I'd sit with my grandfather and I'd help. Like, I would be the one, I'd pull up a chair, and then while my grandfather, so mind you, I'm like 8 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock. And so mind you, it's like 8 o'clock. I gotta fix that. So mind you, I was like 8 years old when I can remember this, like, as far back as I can, pulling up a chair and stirring a pot while they're pouring rum into it. 8 years old, just stirring a pot with rum and all this mixture. Like, I think that's kind of funny. But I was there watching them like make this stuff, and I was always around the environment. So to me, it was just something that, like, when I do this, even if there's nobody around, so believe it or not, this video is therapeutic because it just reminds me of, of my grandma, my grandpa, and it just reminds me of those times with my family. And so when I taste it, it's like, I don't know if it's like the scent. I think it's smell is the closest thing tied to your memory. So when I smell this, like when you're drinking it, taste and scent are really closely related. It triggers those memories, and it's like, I guess it tastes like the holidays, I guess, for me. And so I really just wanted to share that with anybody. I know a couple people, like, I've made this for them in the past, and they've said, hey, we really want that recipe, and I've joked around and said, I'll never give it to you, or whatever have you. So I made this video kind of as a nod to that, and at the same time just because I had a lot of fun, and it's times like this where I miss my family, and so I just wanted to, I guess, do that to let everybody know I love them, miss them, and This was a tremendous experience. Thank you for enjoying it with me. I'm going to keep using the word tremendous, like this is the thing. So, yeah, so I reached for that button. I'm going to end it right now, which is quick. Just, this is, I don't even know. This is the story of a girl who cried a river and drowned. No, that's not a thing. No, press that button. I'm going to, there we go. I'm trying to think of how to end this thing, and there it is. So if you like what you saw, if you thought this was funny, if you thought this was ridiculous, and you never want to see it again, I don't care. Hit the subscribe button. It's free. So just do it. There's no reason why you shouldn't. Just do a little thing. Go about your business. I don't care if you watch another video. Just press it. Just do a little thing. Go about your business. Don't come back here if you don't want to. Please come back here. Click that thing. And then tell your friends about it so they can click other things. People click things and it sends it to other people and then they click things. It's a thing. Click things. So subscribe. Don't press it. Don't press it. So subscribe. Throwing this out there. This I'm thinking about nicknames. This is your boy Crook Weezy, aka Tenacious C, aka Rigorous P, aka I made some stuff and it's liquor in a bottle. Holla holla. Let me stop. That's it.